Hello there, students, and in this video we're going to teach you how to exceed mastery with your introduction.
So you've already hit mastery, and now we want to see you exceed in the mastery area for your introduction.
So this is tricky, and it might take a little work because you're moving on to actually moving more towards a high school level writing, more than middle school. So let's talk about the key differences in the rubric between mastery and exceeds.
Powerful, purpose, and want to continue reading.
So if you look here at the rubric, it grabs the reader's attention. There's a clear and powerful thesis. It's not just clear, there has to be some power to it. It clearly outlines the unique supporting reasons in a thoughtful fashion. There's an obvious purpose for the article. So in the mastery, we worked on just being clear and having a thesis. In this case, we're expecting you to take it to the next level.
Right. We asked you to grab the reader's attention, but now we really want you to captivate the reader and make them want to read on.
Okay, so some things we told you to do in mastery was to use what we called the PBS voice to kind of paint the picture for us. But a lot of you guys would use words like imagine that this was happening, or consider that this was happening, or what if this happened. In mastery, don't tell us these words. You don't want us to tell us to imagine it. We want you to just tell us with the writing. Use the writing itself to paint the picture.
You want the reader to kind of have images flowing through their mind as they're reading your introduction.
So it should just be pure narrative writing, and you don't have to tell us to consider it or to imagine it, because we would be doing that because you wrote it that way.
Kind of like a painting tells 1,000 words. Your words are going to make a painting in our mind.
Yep. So that's one way you can do it, to take your narrative writing that you use as your hook, and instead of saying these things, to just tell it to us. That's going to elevate your writing a little bit to the next level.
Then your thesis needs to be urgent and powerful. You really want the reader to see the true value and purpose of what you're writing right away in the beginning.
Be critical, play on emotions. We'll show you the difference between a mastery thesis, which is just clear, and a exceeds thesis, which is clear and powerful. So take a look. The bottom one is the mastery one, and the top one is the exceeds one.
So in the bottom one, it just President Assad needs to be stopped because he is hurting his people. But now look at how we've taken that just general thesis of the bottom, and now with some key words that are highlighted in yellow, we've made that thesis really powerful. The dreadful acts of Assad must be stopped if the people of Syria are going to have any hope for peace and freedom.
So you see here, what is the purpose? The purpose is, if they're going to have any hope of a peaceful and free life, we need to do this. So it builds some urgency. It plays on emotions a little bit, dreadful, instead of just that he needs to be stopped because he's hurting people. So I know it seems kind of simple, but it's hard because you have to really think critically about what you're actually writing about in order to elevate your writing to this level. Let's go back through here. So to wrap things up, an exceeds intros grabs the reader's attention by painting a picture, not by telling us to imagine it or by telling us to picture something, but just by making us picture it through the writing.
Through your words. And exceeds intros have powerful theses that show the urgency, the importance, and/or the significance of the topic. They just don't state what the paper is going to be about.
Yeah, stating what the paper is about is fine. That's mastery.
That's mastery.
So now we're moving to exceeds, which needs to give us more.
Right.
So good luck
let's
on your
try
intro.
this.
Yeah, I think you guys have a good chance of hitting this objective to get exceeds on your intro if you do these two fairly simple things.